Okay, welcome to week 93. We've been talking about a big week for a while now, and week 93 is upon us, along with the new year. I'm Bobby Gray, and I'm joining you on a special Sunday night edition of Miners Update. We're going to get together as often as we can this week because this week is important. We've got a lot to discuss. Things are hot right now. I'm making moves on layer two, phase two. But it's really important for you to understand that phase one isn't done. And I'm not going to leave phase one in disrepair while I like sweep everything under the rug and run off to phase two. That is not the goal. I'm here with you. I've been here with you since day one to build this thing. This thing that, may I remind you, is not an MLM. This thing, TexitCoin, that we started is kind of like a combination of a hybrid of a crowdsourcing and an affiliate program and a crypto and a community building. And like it's got a lot of things that make it extremely different from everything that's out there today that I've seen, that other people have seen. And we've talked at length about what it's not. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a rug pull. It's not a pump and dump. It's not a meme coin. It's not an NFT. It's not a digital collectible. We went through all of that stuff, um and so it's really important to understand the basics as you get out there into having conversations with friends, relatives, coworkers, and asking them to join us on this journey. As soon as you get tripped up on one question about a white paper or about tokenomics, you feel uncomfortable and you don't know what to say. And if it's not duplicatable, if it's not replicatable, then it's going to be hard to invite other people to join us. So what is it? Texit Coin is an original layer one crypto, kind of like Bitcoin. I like to use the Bitcoin time machine, Bitcoin redo introduction most of the time. What's Texit Coin? It's like Bitcoin all over again. It's like getting in a time machine going back to 2011, 2012, back when Bitcoin was almost unheard of, a dollar, two, three, four, $5 a coin, right where we are today, going through the same growing pains and same challenges and same volatility and price hurdles and all that stuff that Bitcoin went through when it was young. The difference is that we're doing this here in America. We're doing it in Texas. We're doing it with people that actually care about honest money, people that actually care about using cryptocurrency as an alternative medium of exchange, as a digital, decentralized, peer-to-peer monetary system. That's what Bitcoin was supposed to be. They forgot about it. We didn't. We're picking up where they left off and we're building it better here in America. So that's what TextCoin is. We use some components that we borrowed from network marketing. We use some components that we borrowed from crowdsourcing. We use some components that we borrowed from guys that have been in this space before that have done, or at least tried to do, what we're doing successfully so far. So it's not a one size fits all answer. It's challenging to wrap up what is TexitCoin in one, 5 minute introduction or a 30-second pitch or a 2 hour Tuesday night call. And so the reason we're getting here together every night this week is because we're going to break down a lot of big, challenging things and we're going to spend time on them. We do about an hour on Tuesday night. We do about an hour or two of Q&A, depending on, what the tough questions are. But it's not enough time really to break all this stuff down in detail. And so I had a quick introductory call last night. I was holding my phone. It didn't look very good. I recorded it. I probably shouldn't have. But that was our first chance to set the stage for week 93. And week 93 is the first week when one of our five major line items is complete. The holidays are now behind us. So if you missed last night's conversation, I want to remind you, and I'm going to read from my notes to make sure I get it right. I'm going to remind you of what we talked about as being critically important for us to see the numbers start to climb back in the other direction. This list, these items will become the topics of conversations every night this week as we work through week 93. So number one, and these are in no particular order. I'll give you an order in a little bit, but the price. The price is a huge part of our growth for a very important reason. Number one, Everybody loves buying in on stuff when it's high. I was in the silver market for years and years and years. It was tough to sell a silver coin when the price was low or the price was dropping. It's like, why? Silver's on sale, man. Get it. It's at a discount. No, no, no. People love to buy silver when the price is going up. That FOMO thing kicks in and it gets people to make decisions that, are more urgent, and maybe they don't research them as much. That's not a good thing. Maybe they don't think as much, but they don't want to miss out. And that element exists in almost every part of the sales cycles for different, people that are in sales. So the price is really important. And so when the price is going this way, it's really tough to sell. I understand it. I don't pay attention to the price. I was just talking with Mitchell earlier today and saying, hey, I got some ideas to get the price back up. He's like, please don't. I'm really enjoying cheap TXC. We get more of it when we take our commission and TXC. We get more of it when the price is low. Okay, well, can't win them all, I guess. But the point is that what has happened over the last 6, 7, 8 months is that we've been relying very heavily on the price to promote the project. And so when we fall back on that, maybe it's out of simplicity, maybe it's out of laziness, maybe it's out of just that's where all the attention and excitement are. It's easy to do. So when we fall back on that, or when we default to that as being the thing that we use to open the door for conversation, it becomes very easy. But if the price goes the other direction, it becomes impossible. Not difficult, impossible. See, I told you so. It wasn't going to work. Price is finally dropping. The pump and dump is here. Up next, rug pull. Okay. So number one is price. We're not going to get into price any more than that tonight. We might briefly touch on it in a few minutes. Two, mining progress. And this is a really big one, guys, because from day one, before there was a path to 16, there was a bet, there was a guess, there was a gamble, there was an assumption, there was a projection. And the projection was, if we build a mine that's this big, and we're not talking about small potatoes, we're not talking about a bunch of L3s plugged in my garage. We're talking about a mega mine, a power consuming behemoth that's littered all over our giant, beautiful state. If we build a mine that's this big, we'll have a $16 coin. We'll have $1 billion value. The crypto community will accept us onto the top 100. Now, we went to CoinMarketCap. We asked them to evaluate us, put us into the top 200. They said no. Said, no, 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 we don't think you're there yet. And I think that they were right. Looking back at our price performance for the last couple of months, it sure seems like they're right. Why? Because we said at this mine size, we'd be at $16. Well, we're not even 1% of the way to installed. All of a sudden, we're almost halfway to the price. Way, way, way too hot. So we're going to talk about the mine because building the mine was our original place, our original starting point of making the projection between the size of the mine and the value of the coin. Remember, the bigger the network, the more valuable the asset that the network produces. Our network is going up to 100 million mega hash. We expect TXC, the asset that's produced by the mine, to reach $1 billion value in line with that. And you can see that correlation with any proof of work. We'll go through that on another call. We'll show you the size of the Bitcoin mines and we'll show you the Bitcoin price. And there are always variations and deviations from that general arc, but there's always a connection between the size of the mine and the value of the asset that the mine produces. That's a very important thing. So we're going to spend more time on mining progress. We're going to talk about what the challenges are. We're going to talk about what the accomplishments are. We're going to talk about what we're doing for monitoring and for network operations centers. So there's a lot there. That's number two. Number three, my favorite one, utility. Layer two, downtown digital dollars, town tokens, coin of the realm, fair money. We've got a lot of different versions of this, and we're not the only ones that are building on the TXC Made in America blockchain. So we're going to talk more about utility. Utility is like a magic bullet in this discussion because when people come in, they're like, isn't this like a security? Well, what's the difference between a good crypto like Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum and kind of like a scammy, like get rich quick, pump and dump thing? And the answer usually that people accept, and there's a lot that goes into it other than just one word, but the answer is usually utility. What's this thing here for? What are you doing with it? If you have a real world application, you've got an actual function for your digital currency, people go, okay, it's got some utility. It's got some purpose. You're not just here to get rich. You're not just here to pump your token out there to the world, get the influencers to promote it, and then dump the price down. We have a real utility. And that utility is also something that helps to stair step our price up. More people using the TXC blockchain, more people buying TXC to pay the transaction fees for using the network, the more demand there is for TXC. And generally speaking, supply and demand, the higher the value of the coin gets on the open market. So we're going to spend a call talking just about utility. I'm excited about that one. I'm passionate about that one for a bunch of reasons. Number one, it's the part that I'm actually good at. We've got this like quasi network marketing, comp plan, referral, affiliate thing. Never done it before. I think I've done pretty good so far. We got this crypto thing. Never did a crypto thing before. I've been minting gold and silver coins for the last 16, 17 years. Never did crypto before. I think we've done pretty good. But community currencies, alternative currencies, parallel currencies, that's the thing that I know. I consider myself, get this, the leading expert on planet Earth in alternative and complementary currencies. It's the thing that I testified about in 2012 on August 2nd in US Congress in front of US Congressman from Texas, Ron Paul, at his final domestic monetary policy hearing. I was the last person to speak at the last hearing he ever held. That's what I know how to do. I got a couple secrets. I got a couple aces up my sleeve. You know some of them already. You don't know them all. We don't want to talk about them too much because we've got wide open access to all of the markets that we're going after right now. Rest assured that once we start going down these paths and other people start looking at those multi-trillion dollar industries that we're going after, they're going to want a piece of the action too. So let's keep a little bit of it, close to the chest for as long as we can as we start walking down the path of utility. But I'm really passionate about this because this is where we get to honest money. Ron Paul talks about liberty in our lifetime. Bobby Gray talks about honest money in our lifetime. I think the two are directly and permanently connected. If we have dishonest money, how could we even know what liberty and freedom are? If we're wage slaves because we're working our butts off for the dying dollar that somebody else prints up at their whim and gives out to whomever they please, and yet we're down here working, sweating, trying to get some of those dollars so that the price of everything can go up, 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 day in, day out, we're always going to miss it. Cryptocurrency, this is an important thing. Cryptocurrency gives us all the tools that we need to eliminate the banks from the currency conversation. I'm not saying all banks are bad. I'm not saying that banks don't provide valuable services. But cryptocurrency gives us the tools right now for us to eliminate them from the currency and money conversation. Cryptocurrency gives us the most honest and accountable monetary system that planet Earth has ever seen. It's digital, which means that if the lights go out tomorrow, we're going to be scrambling around looking for an alternative. But if the world continues spinning the way it has spun for the last thousands of years, the future is digital, and the tools that cryptocurrency has created for us give us the ability to start cutting out that little 3% that you never even notice that gets chiseled off the top of every retail transaction. Boom, boom, boom. Where's all the money? It's gone. That's what our utility does. We're going to start at small towns across Texas. There are a couple hundred of them that we have direct and immediate access to. We'll let it spread outward from there through fairs and festivals in other towns all across the country that want to have their own local community currency. I see this spreading like wildfire, and I see it all being built on the TXC Made in America blockchain. Our utility and people using TXC in the open marketplace of ideas is a core component of what drives our interest and our success. And we're going to dig deep into it on one of these calls. I don't know which one. What else? We've got the comp plan updates. Now, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the comp plan updates because we've got a great new promotion that starts now that I believe is going to drive us back onto the path towards 16. Let me say it again. We've created a promotion and an incentive opportunity that I believe is everything that we need to put us right back on that path to 16 and beyond. That's what we're going to get into tonight. So remember the things we talked about. Number one, holidays, check it off the list. They're behind us, guys. No more excuses. Now it may take people a couple days to get over their, holiday hangovers. I know that my New Year's resolutions for cutting back on carbs should have started on the first, but of course we delayed it to Monday so that I could have cheese fries tonight along with my dinner. So give the holidays a couple days to kind of like move into the past. So don't worry too much about today. Hey, guys, holidays are behind us. Buy now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holidays are behind us. Let's start to think 2026. Let's start thinking long term. Let's make sure that this month is incredibly successful. Let's get a successful month. Let's put those numbers back in the black. And you'll see that the other things that we're working on fall into place as well to contribute to our success. So the holidays are behind us. That was one of the five things. It was the easiest one because it's totally outside of our control and it has now happened. So pat yourself on the back. We made it through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and now we've got a clear path in front of us to start working on these other things. So what are the other four? Number one, price. Two, mining progress. Three, layer two and utility. And number four, which we'll talk about tonight, is going to be the comp plan updates. Okay. Now we're going to talk about some sales related stuff tomorrow as well, because normally Gage has the sales call on Monday night. And so tomorrow we're going to dive into a new hook, a new pitch, a new way to introduce people to TexitCoin. That'll be tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow night on the normal sales Gage call link, and that will give us an opportunity to dive more into sales related things. But again, four things to focus on. Tonight, we'll talk about the comp plan updates and the promotion. We're going to talk about sales tomorrow night. We're going to talk about, I don't know, I don't have an order yet. We're going to talk about layer two utility progress. We're going to talk about mining progress, and we're going to talk about price on one of these special calls, our week 93 marathon. So, and we're also going to get into some Q&A. If you've got questions, get them into the question thing. I'm flying solo tonight. I'm sure I've got plenty of great people out there that would be happy to jump in and give me a hand if I get in over my head. Probably some Rangers that are out there. But this is you and me. It's us. We got this. I'm very confident. Not a single doubt in my mind. I did this when we had nothing. Nothing. Last Tuesday's call, guys, we went through the amazing list of accomplishments that we've built into TexitCoin. We've got so much going for us. Now we just have to tweak it a little bit. I think those tweaks are done. In fact, I'm sure that those tweaks are done. Now we need the incentive. We got all those things, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's begin talking about the new promotion. Let me see if I can share my screen here and give you some specifics. Okay. So, um, we've got, that's wrong screen. Let's try that again. We've got a different screen. Here's our other screen. Okay. So we've got this thing called the 1-2 free. And let me see if I can pull up an account that that's going to give us some information we don't share out on. Let me let me find a way to share my screen so I can not reveal too much information here. Okay, I'll just explain it and we'll see if we can find a screen share that works. So let's talk about the comp plan. First and foremost, a lot of people are like, well, the comp plan's been gutted. The comp plan's been deeply and fundamentally changed and blah, blah, blah. Guys, I don't think the comp plan has actually changed at all. I think the comp plan is exactly the same comp plan that we've always had. I think what has happened is that we've clarified some important things that we left up to the imagination before, and we put a really, really severe limitation on how much free hash power that people are allowed to take. Okay. And so I think that's really what has happened. Go back and tune into last Tuesday's call to figure out about the with immediate effect things that we've modified that allow us to kind of drag that commission percentage down below that like budgeted 50% line. But let's go over them real quick just so you know what they are. We've always said that we've got the most fair, most accessible compensation plan in the entire industry. I don't know if we're talking about the entire cryptocurrency industry. I don't know if we're talking about affiliate marketing industry. I don't know if we're talking about network marketing, MLM, whatever you call it, industry. What I know is that we've got a program that's incredibly easy to understand, incredibly easy to share. It smells a little bit like MLM. As soon as you start drawing the circles and the lines on the board and the pyramid shows up, people go, "Oh, I knew it was coming." But the reality is we have an incredibly simple program. I built the program based on one thing. Would I buy into it? Would I sign up for it? Would I join it if somebody introduced it to me? Me, a guy that has never done network marketing ever. A guy that probably wouldn't be caught dead in a network marketing company. A guy that believes that if we've got something that's great, it should be a one-time fee. And so what I put together was the simplest thing that I could come up with. I learned a little bit from my friend Jerry Osteen, who ran Family of Eagles back in the 80s or 90s, whatever it was. And I came up with something that I thought was really great. And I think that it was really great. Changed a lot of lives, made a lot of people good income. It was something that anybody could do. Three left, three right, $1,000. That's still the same comp plan that we have today. We've just clarified a couple things. Number one, we were talking about three human beings left and three human beings right. Before it was like, well, I could put my grandma here, my dad there. I build a whole bunch of things out under those guys, and they're going to get paid. They never did anything, but because I put them in a spot and I built under them, they're going to get paid. That's over. Well, some people are pissed. Well, that's not fair. That's not what you told us. Guys, think about what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to build a mine. We're trying to start a new Bitcoin, a new cryptocurrency that the world can admire. We have to build it the simplest way, the most honest and transparent way. And if we got too many people that are showing up trying to take something or get extra from mom and dad and grandma, and they're not actually out there working, how long do you think that's going to go on before the whole thing just comes to a complete stop? So we clarified. We said we're talking about three human beings left and three human beings right. And if you do that and they each pick up one pack, you get $1,000 commission. That's it. That's the comp plan. Now, if you go out and get six left and six right, it's $2,000. We run this every week. You go out and get three or nine left and nine right, it's $3,000. That's it. The end. Nobody can buy more than 9 seats. Nobody can earn more than $3,000 a week. We put all this really basic stuff in, and a lot of people looked at it and they go, oh, well, that's kind of a breath of fresh air. I've tried this network and that thing and that comp plan, never was successful in any one of them. This one works. Why? That either makes me the smartest guy in the room or the dumbest guy in the room. And I could argue it both ways any day of the week. What does that mean? It's simple. It worked. It worked. We launched. We grew fast. But what we didn't have in place was some of the protection, some of the rules. You know, it's like, well, how does a network marketing comp plan get to the point where it's 500 pages long? Well, they've been doing it long enough to know who all the gamers are and who all the hitchhikers are and what all the tricks are that they're going to play. And they've built a list of 700 pages worth of rules to make sure that you guys don't game the system. We didn't have it. We didn't need it. So I thought, maybe I'm the dumbest guy in the room for thinking that I could put together something really simple and it would work. It worked for a really, really long time. We haven't changed it. We've just clarified. Hey, when we're talking about three left, we mean three people. Why do we mean three people? Because we need three human beings that are going to be passionate about our project, interested in sharing it with other people, able to go out there and use the currency and trade. If you sign up your dog, your cat, and your goldfish and you get your award, that doesn't really help us. People do it because it's the fastest way to get to their bonus. But if they bring on those three people and those three people do three more people, we don't double or triple. The whole idea of network marketing, the whole idea of this referral affiliate program is two, tell two, tell two, tell two. But what we're hearing right now is people saying, well, I've gone through everyone I know. I don't know anybody else to bring in. Well, you're only supposed to bring on two people. That's it. And then you teach them how to bring on their two people. And then you teach them how to bring on their two people. In ours, it's kind of three because you got to get that 1, 2 free bonus. The industry average is 2.2. I think we can do three because we're a one-time fee. If you ask somebody to sign up for our deal and you say, hey man, plus I'm going to need your credit card and they're going to hit you for 80 bucks a month until you finally decide to drop out. It's like a gym membership. Sign up for the gym membership, you go. You're excited about it right around this time of year. 2, 3, 4 weeks later, life starts happening. You're a little busy, don't get to the gym as much. You finally end up canceling your gym membership by about April or May. Meanwhile, the gym's gotten 80 bucks a month out of you for 3, 4 months. You didn't even show up. They build their business based on that assumption. They know people are going to join this time of year, and then they're going to stop showing up around April. Same thing in network marketing. Get the credit card, hit them 3, 4, 5 times. They're not going to use it. They're going to get a bunch of product that's going to sit on the shelf for the next 10 years, and they're gone. I think we can get an average of 3 people because we got a product that doesn't sit on the shelf. You can't find it at Walmart for 10 cents on the dollar because you only have to pay for it one time and you don't have to tell anybody about it if you don't want to. So I think we could get that number from 2.2 up to 3. But that's the idea. Go out there and tell 3 people and then teach those 3 people how to tell their 3 people. So when people say to me like, well, I've run out of people to talk to, it means you're not doing it right. It means you're not doing it like the way that it's supposed to get done. Well, I don't know how to do it because I've never done it before. So I'm talking to these people, we call them rangers in our community that are very successful at this, maybe have a lot of experience in this before. And I'm trying to learn what it is that we have to build into this comp plan to actually encourage those people to talk to their 3 people and those people to talk to their 3 people so that this thing starts to duplicate and replicate and grow. It's easy for us to take the story out to somebody. We're passionate about it. It's really easy for me. It's my story. But when the story gets one step away from me, it gets a little diluted. It's like playing Whisper Down the Lane. And now we get 50, 60, 70, 80 levels away from me, my version of the story. And people go, what is it again? It's a crypto thing? Can you answer this question? No, I'm not interested. And so I really believe that the comp plan that we have is actually perfect. And that instead of worrying about, revamping the comp plan, we really have to worry and focus our attention on making it easier to tell our story. Think about it. I came up with an original 16 or 17-minute video last May. Do you know how many times I've changed that video since then? 0. The original website that we published, MineTXC and also TexitCoin, till just the last couple of days, and no updates. No news. The social media links didn't even work. And we're still doing lots of stuff. It's just not getting to the website. And so my real belief is that you join, you go, well, I want to like share the story. I want to get my mining hash power increased, but like how? How do I do it? What do I have to do? And so I want to share with you a couple things here that we've worked on. Some of them are done, some are still work in progress, but they're major things. And they're major things because they get to the heart of that problem. First of all, I want to take you to Texit Ventures. Texit Ventures was made by our ranger, Jim Carey. And I asked all the rangers the other day, I said, can everyone please send me a link to the website that you use to promote TexitCoin? Well, half of them send over the link to the MineTXC website with their referral code, which means that they're using just the resource that we put together. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's got a 45-second video on there, and that's it. We just updated it a couple weeks ago to add more charts and data. So I think we've made an improvement, but still, take a look at where we are today. It ain't done. This is the website we had before. And if you go to this homepage, you see that, okay, it's got a new graphic there, a couple of new charts there. Good, good, big improvement. All right, show me the team. Wait a minute. Where's the team? Is that really the team? Haven't I seen this team before? Okay. Show me the promotion. Show me the mind. How's the mind going? Nothing. Show me the promotion stuff you guys are up to. Nothing. Show me the community. You guys are out there doing stuff with those supercars of yours, right? Nothing. There's nothing here. It's a little prettier than it was before, but it's still not done. There's that same 45-second video, a couple more charts and data. This out of date, out of date, out of date. It doesn't even link anyway. Does this calendar work? It's blank. So there's that. Okay, this is a little nicer than we had before. Oh, and we finally got some social media stuff here too. Okay, so it's a little better. A little better, but it's still not there yet. And half of our best people are using this website as their main promotional tool to bring people in our community. It's just bad. Guess what? It's over. It's done. Jim Carrey put together an amazing site. Very impressed with it. It's called, well, he launched his on TexitVentures.com, and we bought it off him. I paid a lot of money so that I can have this made accessible to every one of you. Every one of you. Every one. Not just for Rangers, not just for VIPs. Everybody now has an incredibly good version of a website that has great information on it, all the resources, Q&A, the social media, the links. Guys, I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you right now, but check it out. It's TexitVentures.com. Now, this is Jim Carrey's site, so don't use this. Jim is going through right now getting our first round of 100 people onboarded with this. As soon as that's done, guys, we'll make it so that we can roll it out to every single one of you. Hey, there's that 45-second video. The comp plan, the stories, the results, the social media, success stories. Look at this great site. Now, you guys know that I've been up to a lot. I've had a lot of irons in our fires. We've done a lot. I haven't just been dilly-dallying all day over here, driving my fancy car around the racetrack. I've been working. But Jim picked up the ball that I dropped for this project and made a beautiful, beautiful site that we're now rolling out for every one of our miners that wants it. This is what it looks like. TexitVentures.com. It's a really big step forward, guys, because I think our comp plan is great. I think that a lot of people really appreciate and value the simplicity of it. There's going to be some improvements to it. We'll talk about the promotions in a little bit. But it's really the tools that we provide to you to share our story that are failing us. They're failing you and they're failing me. We've talked about it forever. Someday, guys, someday, we're going to have a new TexitCoin website. Guys, the new TexitCoin website is being coded right now. It's all based off this sitemap and this wireframe. It's done. This is the hard part. It's getting coded right now as we speak so that we can replace the TexitCoin landing page that says new site coming soon with the new and improved site. Is it perfect? Is it absolutely perfect forever? No. But it's way better with working social media links than we have right now. And it includes all of this information that you see in this wireframe. You can zoom in on all this stuff. 3 steps to mining, Q&A, how to spend, get your wallet. I mean, guys, there's just a whole revamp here. And the one thing that you'll see, you'll notice for sure, and this has been a big piece of feedback for us for a while, is that we take out of the front and center all the secession stuff. You know, that's where this conversation started. We were under a different administration. It was a different time. That independent spirit is still near and dear to our hearts. The importance of staying vigilant, keeping an eye out for whatever the future may bring, preparedness. That's still deep in the heart of Texas. But as we're going out there and we're inviting people to join us, they go, "Whoa, is this a political movement? Because I'm not looking to join like a political movement. No, no, this is a crypto." Well, then can you change your website a little bit? Can you make a new video that doesn't say that that's what this thing is all about? Yeah, we can. Well, when? When will you do that? Because I really don't want to like send people to your website until that's improved. Done. It's happening right now. It'll be done this week for week 93, and that's a really big thing. But again, guys, my belief is that I've let you down. Anytime there's a problem, I always look at myself first. What could I have done different or better to prevent this outcome? What is it that I failed to do correctly that's created an environment where other people are struggling as well? It's the same thing today as it was for me back in 2013 when I went through business challenges back then. I have to accept accountability. I have to accept responsibility. I have to understand that there are consequences to putting off these things for as long as I did. Why? Well, we're growing so big, it doesn't even matter. If we're growing this well, 40% month over month, and we don't even have a good website, guess we don't need one. Backburnered. We don't need replicated websites for the miners. They're doing well enough on their own. Backburnered. And I let you down. I let you down. And I see that now. I see that, you're interested in sharing our story, but you don't know everything there is to know about blockchain. You can't explain crypto mining. You don't understand the comp plan well enough to, make sure people understand that this is not an MLM. Whatever the challenge is, if I'm not providing the tools, the resources, the videos, if I'm not making those things instantly accessible, then I've let you down. And there are a lot of great resources out there. Mike Healy's done an incredible job of making some really wonderful content and videos. Are those videos linked from the TexitCoin website? No. How do we find them? I don't know. I don't know. I'm working on layer two. I don't know. That has to stop. That stops now. Because if you don't have the best version of our story to share with somebody that's brand new, then the likelihood of you overcoming their objections, and they're going to have objections, and a lot of those objections are fair. If you don't have good quality information right there to work through those objections and invite somebody into our community, it dies right there. Why? Because we got too many levels away. I tell the story one way, somebody that hears it tells it a little bit different, a little bit different, a little bit different, and then it's gone. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going on the road, why I'm going to come out to your town, because I want people to hear the story from me. I'm the guy, I'm the founder. I'm not particularly special or different. I got a cool beard trim and haircut these days that works. But it is my story. And it's the authenticity of my story that has gotten this project to where it is today. What does that mean? Everybody can cook up crypto. Most people don't take any of them seriously. Why should you take this one seriously? Hey, this guy's not a nobody. Started his own currency in 2008, testified in US Congress, made the original Bitcoin coin, created cold storage coins, made millions of these coins, has helped people all over the crypto industry keep crypto safe. So I've got a bit of a background. I've been around crypto for a very long time. Never got into it. Never got into network marketing. I don't have a long string of failures in my past in crypto and network marketing that I got to kind of explain my way through. So my story and the authenticity that comes with it has gotten us really far. Your work and your effort and your contacts and your connections and your networks, that's what's taken us even further. But we need both of those. I can't leave you hanging. Can't strand you on the side of the road and say, good luck. Make a website, do a presentation, figure out how to put together a video. Maybe you've never done that before. We've got to build out these resources to make it easy for you to share our story. That's what's happening right now. And so I want to remind you that we let you down. We know it. And the easier that we make it for you to tell and share our story through really great quality pages and content and information will make it that much easier and likely for you to win somebody over to our community as well. And so we got a whole new round of website stuff for us at TexitCoin and for you, the miner that wants to help us build and grow and fill the seats on the rocket ship and increase your mining hash power along the way. There's even a little page on there about me. It's a great site, guys. It's a really great site, and yours is coming very soon if you want one as well. Do you have to have one? No. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. But again, if you want to help us build, if you want to help us grow, if you like what we're doing with this little comp plan that could, it's about to get a whole lot better and a whole lot easier for you to be successful with it. We've got more content and videos coming soon as well. So, let's talk about the comp plan. I don't even think we have the comp plan written down anywhere on our website. We might have to go to Jim's website to see what the comp plan is these days. And hopefully he is updating as well for the latest clarifications. There's a really great video that we put out. I don't think I have the video here, but the video explains the comp plan very, very, very well. And so we talked about those last week. And what I want to talk to you about tonight is what the problem was with the comp plan and what we've done now with the January promotion to create incentive for people to actually do what we desire. And our growth is the desire. There's a really important reason for that. And it's because the growth of our community is directly related to the growth of the mine. The growth of our community, filling seats on the rocket ship, as we call it, is directly related to our cash flow, which is directly related to our marketing budget, which is directly related to putting out more billboards, more radio ads, more wrapped cars, more events, dinners, meetups, get togethers. Our community growth, filling seats on the rocket ship, our cash flow is directly related to our liquidity. That's the money that we use out there to support the coin in the market and test the levels where we'd like it to be. So if our community continues to grow, we have the cash flow to build out the digital tools, make improvements in our tech. We've got a lot of great stuff now. I'm making more stuff every day. If our community continues to grow, then we've got more marketing dollars. If our community continues to grow, we've got more money to get onto more exchanges to make our coin more accessible to the markets and traders out there. If our community continues to grow, we got more liquidity cash to support our market as we're kind of growing out of this fledgling startup phase into a world-class digital asset. They're all related. So if our community stops growing, the cash flow stops. The marketing promotion budgets stop. The liquidity stops. The exchange access stops. The tech stops. All those things are connected. And most important, the growth of our friends, those beautiful minds that we've got so many of now. We're not bringing on new minds, new ideas, new people, new humans that can share our story and ultimately be the ones that are out there using our currency in the marketplace. That's really what matters. We said we were doing this for three things: to make money, to have fun, and to make some friends. A community currency is something that we decided amongst ourselves has value. We could use this pen as a community currency as long as the people inside of our community decide to accept it and trade it. So without a community, there's no need for a currency. They're all related. And that's why it's so important for us to give you guys the tools and the resources and the incentive to go out there and build and grow. Okay. So, do we have any more questions right now on clarifying what changed? Do we feel like we have an understanding at this point? I'm checking the Q&A section. Do we feel like we have an understanding at this point on the changes? Okay, so I see some questions in here about the comp plan video is parked at texitweeklyincome.com. That's really great. I appreciate that. Let's pull it up real quick just to double check that. And I'm going to check it first before I share my screen, make sure it's not something really terrible. That would be funny. Texitweeklyincome.com unfortunately is not loading. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. It redirected me. So yes, so I see that the Mind TXC tutorial. Let me share my screen real quick so you can see that. It's right here. I don't think you can hear the audio, but it does break it down. It looks just like a network marketing comp plan overview screen. I love it. I think it's perfect and it does a great job of explaining it. But let's talk real quick about the new requirements. Number one, you have to be active. Okay, so if you helped us out 6, 8, 10, 12 months ago, you brought on some people, great. We thank you. We appreciate it. We have just as much love for you today as we did back then, but you can't keep participating in the Rapid Rewards program unless you continue to stay active. I want to remind you guys, I want you to remember how difficult it is to try to pay out like a network marketing company when we only have a one-time fee. Let me say that again. Oh, this is like a network marketing company. No, it's not. It's a one-time fee. It's the only network that I know of that has a one-time fee. The one-time fee in network marketing is how they differentiate between the people that are there for the product and the people that are there for the opportunity. If you're paying the monthly fee, it means you're probably out there building and growing. Also means that you're getting residual rewards and benefits from all the other people that you've got that are still kicking in that monthly fee. We don't have a monthly fee. We've got a one-time fee. So as we kind of like walk this real, thin fence between we're not a network marketing company and we sure smell like a network marketing company, you got to remember that the thing that always causes us to fall or lean towards the we're not a network marketing company is the one-time fee. It really matters because you look at it and you go, whoa, you can't cut those guys off. You're, really disrespecting those guys that helped us way back when. That's great. And we appreciate that they helped us way back when. But because we're not taking money out of their pocket every month, we can't pay them every month. We can't give them bonuses every month. We can't give them rewards. We can't give them free hash power month in, week out, because it's only a one-time fee. You can't have it both ways. If you want it to not be an MLM and have it be something simple and different from everything else that's out there, we can't have a monthly fee. We can't have an auto ship. If you want to have a comp plan that's got rewards and residuals and all that stuff, you do a bunch of work in the beginning, you get paid out for the next 50 years, we need to have a recurring fee. You can't have it both ways. Okay? So here's number one. This week 93, if you do not have at least one sponsorship inside the last 13 weeks, we figured it out, it's 91 days. We're looking all the way back 91 days. If you did something back in April, it's too far in the past. If you did something in May, June, July, August, it's too far in the past. What you need right now to qualify for Rapid Rewards, right now, week 92, you need to have 3 sponsorships. So if you never sponsored 3 people, you're not participating in active rewards. What we want you to do first is we want you to get your 1-2 free. Bring on mom, dad, and a friend. Bring on sister, brother, and coworker. Bring on 3 people. 3 real human beings, not your dog and your cat and your goldfish. Why? Because down the road, we're going to have an incentive program to actually get those 3 people to bring on their 3 people. We told you that we're going to come up with incentives to drive the behavior that we need in order to fill the seats on the rocket ship. All we have to do is triple 2 times, and we've filled the seats and we're done. Cashed up, liquidity money, marketing budget, the whole thing is done. So, requirement number 1, you must have 3 sponsorships to participate in Rapid Rewards. That's active immediately. That was effective as of this past Tuesday. Number 2, as of this week, one of those 3 or more, one of those 3 must have been created inside the last 13 weeks. Inside the last 91 days, you must have a sponsorship. So we're going to pull a report this week and we're going to say, show us a list of everyone that will go inactive as of this end of week. It's about 50,000 people. You got to bring one person on to stay active as of the end of this week. Now, what happens if you don't stay active? Not much. We just skip you for the rapid rewards calculation. You can sponsor anytime, come right back to life. We're not going to change your group. We talked about that. It's not the right move. So do what you want when you want. If you did all the work in the past, you got your rewards, you're good, you're done. Your mining is going to continue to work day in, day out. Your participation in rapid rewards has nothing to do with your mining payout. Even if you fall off the list of Bobby's besties, you're still going to get your daily mining payout every day. If you paid for your mining seat, if you earn additional seats, you will keep those seats. Nothing changes. But if you're not active, which means that you don't have at least 3 sponsors, you haven't sponsored 3 people, and you haven't sponsored at least one of those 3 people inside of the last 91 days, 13 weeks, you will go inactive and the Rapid Rewards program will skip right over you. That's it. No big deal. The Magic Money Comp Plan has been retired as of this past Tuesday. So those are really, major clarifications 1 and 2. Number 1, 3 sponsors required. I think I wrote this stuff down somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Help.mindtxe.com. Rapid rewards. So remember that we've got the help desk, and it's got all of the articles that talk about the comp plan. Epic comp plan changes. There you go. The ground under your feet has shifted. Here's what you need to know. 3 direct sponsorships are required for Rapid Rewards participation. You must continue to maintain 3 sponsored miners every 90 days to remain active. If you become inactive, it is not indefinite. Once you sponsor 3 miners, your affiliate program privileges will be restored. Okay? So that's the major thing. Number 1. 3 sponsorships are required. That's effective right now. Number two is at least one of those inside of the last 13 weeks. 91 days, 13 weeks. You have to have at least one inside. So go into your back office, click on sponsors. I think that goes all the way back to about October 9th. So if you've got somebody that you sponsored after October 9th, and I'll double check the calendar on that, I'll give you a couple extra days. Let's say anybody from October. Anybody from October forward. If you got something there in October, you're active for now. Okay? Because the third thing is by the end of January, you need to have 3 sponsors inside the last 90 days. That's a rolling 90 days, a rolling 13 weeks, 91 days. Inside of the last 13 weeks, you have to have 3 people, and it's constant. So what happens is the commission engine runs Saturday night, 6 o'clock Central Time. It goes, okay, who's active? What does it mean? Who's got positive cash potential, commission potential, and who has sponsored at least 3 people inside of the last 13 weeks, 91 days. That's it. That's what it looks at. So if you're inactive or you don't have commission potential, it's all good. We skip over you and we'll take a look at you again next week. That's it. We won't change your group, nothing. So by the end of January, 3 inside the last 91 days, 13 weeks. Does that make sense? Are we all on the same page there? So yes, you still have until January 9th to sign up at least 1 new miner. But remember, you have to have at least 3 right now to participate in Rapid Rewards. Okay? Compliment video. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, we feel like we're okay on that. Just answered your question. Good. Thank you for not changing. No, groups aren't changing, guys. Look, when we were getting worried, we looked at a bunch of stuff. We tried to figure it out. We said, okay, we got to do this, got to do that. Then we found what was really the problem and we fixed it. What are rapid rewards? That's a good question. We don't have a Rapid Rewards page on the website right now. Okay. What are Rapid Rewards real quick? So you join, you become a miner. That's it. The end. Thank you. You've helped us grow our project. The mine is now going to be bigger because of you. You put your cash in. I'm going to buy the mine. I'm going to pay out whoever referred you. And I'm going to promote the coin. Was there anything else? Can I get more hash power? Sure. You can buy up to 9 seats, or you can join one of our 2 affiliate programs, or both. The first one's called 1-2 Free. Refer 3 miners and get a hash power. Every 3 miners you refer, you get additional hash power. We're going to talk more about that in a few minutes. The second reward program is called Rapid Rewards. It pays out actual physical cash. This is something that's appealing to the people that really love referral marketing, network marketing, MLM marketing, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. It's the thing that some people do. Something like 30 million Americans participate in one form of direct sales, MLM, network marketing, or another. That's how they provide for their families. So we give them cash as a reward for helping us grow. That's what Rapid Rewards is. So the 1-2 Free program gives you hash power. The Rapid Rewards program gives you either hash power, TXE, or USDC cash. Okay, that's Rapid Rewards. As of this past Tuesday, you must have 3 personal sponsorships to participate in Rapid Rewards. Why? Because what some people are doing was they're saying, I'll give you my sponsorships because I don't need any for myself. I've already got too many. So I'm going to give them away, or I don't have a sponsorship requirement. And so now people are getting placed all over the affiliate program, and they're not in a position to really build a team. They don't have any help. They've gotten abandoned. Anyway, without getting into those details, that's what the affiliate programs are, the 1-2 Free and the Rapid Rewards. Hopefully that answers your question, Sonia. And thanks for joining us. So, at the end of this week, we've got 50,000 or so miners that potentially could go inactive. So, we're going to reach out to those miners and say, hey, we need you to sponsor 1 person, or we need you to sponsor 3 people. If they've never sponsored anyone, they're inactive now. They've got to sponsor 3 to become active. If they've sponsored 3, but they haven't done that inside of the last 90 days, like 50,000 or so miners, they've got to bring on 1 by the end of this week to continue to participate in our Rapid Rewards program. So that's one of the reasons why we think this is going to be a banner week. We're thinking maybe 10%, 20% of the people that are out there are going, I don't mind helping. I'll take the new video, I'll take the updated website, let me send it out to some colleagues, and let's see if we can get this party started. Great. Okay. So that's what's happening at the end of this week. Then at the end of January, it gets a little bit more severe. You have to have 3 inside of the last 90 days. So let's say you sponsored in January and February and March. Well, we need 1 more by the end of this week. Easy. Well, we're going to need 2 more in addition to that 1 more by the end of January to still stay active and participate in Rapid Rewards. Okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. If one does not have 3 people within the 90-day period, we just can't give you any rewards. We can't give you USDC, we can't give you TXC, and we can't give you additional hash power. We can't afford it. If we can't afford it, then we go broke. If we go broke, then we have to shut it down. Okay. So, what we talked about is developing a comp plan incentive that drives the specific behavior that we're looking for. Okay, so here's what we came up with. We came up with our January promotion. It starts right now. It started this week. I told you to hold off last week. If you remember on Tuesday, I said, let's go. 2026 is here, starting next week. If you get a 1-2 free, so you go, okay, all right, I see what's going on. We can't all coast. Somebody's got to keep going. I'll help. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get 3 people this month. I'm going to go get 3 people. And when you get those 3 people, if you've started with 0 and you get 3 people, 3 new miners to join us, you get a 1-2 free bonus. Remember, for every 3 that you bring on, you get free hash power. If you bring on people, the mine grows. If you get a 1-2 free, the mine grows. We're building a mine here, people. Who's going to get the most hash power? The people that do the most to help us build. Guys, I got to remind you, when we started this, it was me and my money. I bet the farm on it. No hedge fund, no rich uncle, no wealthy donor, no bank, no loan, no debt. It's just individuals like you and me that own this thing. We're the ones that get the rewards out of this thing. Could you imagine? This is Angelo's pitch. Could you imagine if somebody came to you back in 2011 and was like, would you like to be one of only 1 million people to mine Bitcoin? Well, if you would go back in time and you buy, Bitcoin back when it was one, two, three, four, $5, you'd buy it. If you could go back in time and be one of only 1 million people that was ever going to mine Bitcoin, would you be a Bitcoin miner? Of course you would. This is what we're saying. We're saying the banks and the hedge funds and the institutions and the foreign nations, they're not invited to participate in our currency. They can buy it on the open market, they can trade it and they can use it if they want, but they can't own the means of production. That's reserved for us individuals, us human beings. We have a preference. Number one, Texans. Why? Look, if we went out to South Korea and we got a bunch of South Koreans to jump on and finance this mine and build the mine, and we walked around the state of Texas and we're like, hey, man, are you in TexitCoin? And they go, what's that? Oh, it's the thing that we built with all those Koreans. They wouldn't know what it is. You walk around Texas now, you don't have to look very far to find somebody that's heard of TexitCoin. It's almost a household name. That was a goal we set 6, 7, 8 months ago. We said we want every person in the state of Texas to know who we are. I think we're there. Between the work that we do it day in, day out, the cars that are on the road, the billboards that are up, the airport ads, which I think just came down, by the way. I think our contract ended on that at the end of December. How about the Dallas Holiday Parade? It's really hard now to walk around the state of Texas and find somebody that's never heard of TexitCoin. It's pretty cool. But we're marketing this to Texans. Why? Because we have a geographical area, and our geographical area is a little bit different than the rest of the state in many ways. We won't get into that now. We'd like to have our own currency. Okay, anybody can use it, but we'd really like Texans to benefit. It's like living on a piece of land in Texas and getting that knock at your door, and some guy in a suit says, you got minerals underground. Here's your mineral rights leasing contract. I'm going to pay you royalty of a couple $100 a month for the rest of your life. Okay. That's kind of what it's like. So we're marketing this thing very heavily to Texans. Now, it's taken off all over the country. We've got a great community in Denver, Southern California. We've got Tennessee. We've got people out in Myrtle Beach that might even be tuned in right now to this call. We've got Florida up and down. And we've got people all over the country now that are just as passionate as I am about honest money. That's really cool. So it's not just for Texas anymore. We invite people from all over the world to join us as miners. But our second preference is Americans. We reserve 10% of it for foreign investment. If you're outside of the US and you like what we're talking about, or you want to make some money in our little affiliate program, fine. But those are capped, 10%. So I got off track here. Where were we? We were talking about the 1-2 free. So join us. We want you to bring on people. We want you to teach them how to bring on people. Because if 3 tell 3, and that happens twice, it's done. We've built the mine. We've bought all the mining hardware. Now we have to install it and roll out layer 2. So pretty cool stuff. If you get a 1-2 free, you roll up your sleeves. You go, all right, Bobby, I get it. I'm going to help. Let's go. I'm going to go get 3 new miners this month. If you get a 1-2 free this month, which means you personally sponsor 3 new miners, or maybe you sponsored 2 last month and you're going to get that 3rd miner this month for the 1-2 free, you will get a 1-2 free bonus. Now, there's a couple different 1-2 free bonuses. I'm trying not to confuse you, but stay with me here. If you get a 1-2 free bonus, it's worth 100 mega hash. It's 1 seat. Anytime. If you get that 1, 2 free bonus within the first 30 days of joining, you join, you write the check, you put your money in. Well, let me go get my first three people. Let's go get three. If I get three and I teach them how to get three, boom, the rocket's full, blast off. If you get those three people inside of after week 93, inside of the month of January, I don't know, maybe we'll take it back to January 1st. We're splitting hairs here, people. Work with me. If you get a 1, 2 free bonus, we look at the number of points inside of that 1, 2 free. What's a point? What do you mean? You're confusing me again. Okay, you bring on your sister for one seat, 995. You bring on your brother for one seat, 995. You bring on your coworker for one seat, 995. We count each one of those seats. A paid seat is 1 point. So you brought on the sister, 1 point, brother, 1 point, coworker, 1 point. You get a 1, 2 free. Now, it could be 100 mega hash, it could be 200 mega hash, whether or not it's a fast start double bonus. But now, for our January promotion, we're going to look at those three individual sales: sister, brother, coworker, one seat, one seat, one seat. If we add up the seats, the paid seats inside of that 1, 2 free, and we go, well, the sister was one, the brother was one, and the coworker was one, that's three. We're going to give you a $200 bonus in TexitCoin. Let me say it again. If we add up the points inside of that 1, 2 free, and it's 3, 4, 5, or 6 points. So let's say the sister gets 2, the brother gets 2, and the coworker gets 2. That's 6 points. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. If it's 6 points, you get a $200 bonus paid in TXC. Okay? So if it's 3, 4, 5, or 6 points inside of that 1, 2 free, it's a $200 TXC bonus. Not 200 TXC, but whatever TXC is worth at the end of the week on Saturday night, we'll do the math and figure out how much $200 of TXC is worth, and you get that bonus for each 1, 2 free. So you get the hash power, and now you get a TXC bonus, which if you want to take it to the market and sell it, you can. If you get a 1, 2 free, but it is made up of between 7 and 11 points, the bonus is bigger. So your sister gets the 3, your brother gets the 3, and your coworker gets the 2. 3 plus 3 plus 2 is 8. If it's between 7, if it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's a $500 bonus in TXC. If that 1, 2 free is made up between 12 and 20 points, it is a $1,500 TXC bonus. What does that mean? Let's say your sister gets a 3-pack. Your brother does the 9. Brother's doing pretty well. He's got some money to put at risk. He's going to take a little journey with you. 3 plus 9 is 12. Your coworker gets the 1-pack. You're at 13 points inside of that 1, 2 free. That's a $1,500 bonus in TXC. I'm going to tell you why we're doing this if you haven't figured it out yet. If you have a 1, 2 free that's made up of 21 or more points, it is a $4,000 TXC bonus. Let me say that again. Your sister gets the 9-pack. She's doing well. Your brother gets the 9-pack. He's doing well. Try to get 3 from that last 1, 2 free out of your coworker, because 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 3 is 21. $4,000 TXC bonus. Now, why are we doing that? Well, if you recall, the price of TexitCoin went a little bonkers back in September. We did a bonus back in September. 1 free, get 100 TXC. We paid out millions of dollars of TXC that I didn't have. I had to go on the market and buy it to pay out those bonuses. So suppose that you guys roll up your sleeves and you get to work and you say, okay, I got to have 3 by the end of January. I got to kick butt. Let's go. And you bring on those 1, 2 frees, 1, 2 frees, 1, 2 frees. I got to pay out thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of TexitCoin. Now, I have a lot of TexitCoin right now. I've been buying it back, but I'm going to run out. I know you guys are going to crush it. I'm going to have to go buy TexitCoin off the open market. What do you think that will do to the price of TXC if I have to go to the market and buy it to pay out this bonus? Now, is that how we get to 16? No. But could that be what our market needs to rekindle the interest and excitement and show the world that we're not dead? Yeah, maybe it could be. Remember, I'm telling you about this. I'm telling the public about this. I'm giving out TXC as a bonus for the 1-2 free. Once again, between the work that I'm doing, the work that you're doing, the interest that's already out there in our market. Guys, I haven't been involved in our market at all for weeks now. I remember taking the whales pledge with some of our early guys saying, hey, man, I don't think we're ever going to make it to a dollar, but if we do, please don't crash the market. We had to pinky swear that we were only going to sell 62,500 TXC at a dollar, or else we'd crash the market. We took the whales pledge. And now the market's what, a dollar, dollar five, dollar 10, dollar 20, holding steady above where we all were deathly afraid that this thing was going to just hit a brick wall and die. For it to be above a dollar, 30x and then some from where we started, unbelievable. If you joined when it was $4, you're looking at it totally different. But please bear with me, guys. Go take a look at a Bitcoin chart. Go take a look at any other crypto's chart on its way from obscurity to superstardom. Don't expect us to be anything different than that. I wrote the path to 16 based on an assumption of our continued community growth. Let's get that back on track. Let's use this as the catalyst because you know, as well as I know, that when your colleagues are looking at that price, they're watching it now. They're looking at it. As soon as that thing shows a little sign of upward trajectory, okay, all right, I'm in, I'm in. Can I get some TXC too? All right. So now we've got a promotion that drives the 1-2 free bonuses, drives personal sponsorships because now you have to have them anyway to be active. So you might as well get that TXC bonus along with it. 3 to 6 points, 200 TXC. 7 to 11 points, 500 TXC. What does that mean? It means you now have an incentive to get a larger number of points inside of that. If you're talking to people, I'll take the one, I'll take the one, I'll take the one, you get the small bonus. But if you're talking to someone and they do the three and the three and the three, guys, that's a $500 TexitCoin bonus now. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. If you're talking to, let's say, a 3 and a 3 and somebody grabs a 9 pack, that's 15 points. That's a $1,500 TXC bonus. And I know that there are a lot of you out there that are selling almost exclusively nines. Look, on a proven project that's come this far, that's got this much going for it, a $9,000 ask is not that big of a deal. It was back a year and a half ago, back when we had nothing. I remember selling our first 9 pack and going, are you sure about that? We're just getting started. We don't even have a coin on the open market right now. And so if that's you and you have 3 9 packs in there, 3 builder plans inside of there, 27 points, it's a $4,000 bonus in TXC. That bonus helps you, it helps our market, and it helps the growth of our community. If we can triple 2 times, this thing is done. If I can teach you how to find those 3 people, if I can give you the best version of our story, if I can update those web assets, get our social medias linked properly, get the CoinMarketCap page updated, if I can clean up all of these loose ends so that when you go out there and talk to people, they go, yeah, okay, this project looks legitimate. Doesn't look like it's on day one. It doesn't look like all the other scammy websites out there. Looks like you've made some progress. And we have. We've come so far. If I can give you those tools, make it a lot easier, if we can start turning the price of TexitCoin back head in that direction again, think about how easy it'll be to find those 3. Then what we'll do in February is I'll come up with a bonus. If you can get those 3 people to go out there and get their 3 people, I'll find a bonus for you in there as well. I don't know what it is yet. We're not there yet. Right now, I need you to go out there and find those 3 people. I need you to go out there and get that 1-2 free. If you can go out there and get that 1-2 free, then I know that you can teach those people how to go out and get that 1-2 free as well. And that's how we triple twice and we fill the seats and we're gone. So that's our call for tonight. We've been here a little over an hour. I'm going to go through Q&A if you got it. Guys, don't expect me to hang around here for 4 hours tonight. It's not what I'm here for. We have a very, very cool soft launch tomorrow morning for the McKinney Downtown Digital Dollars. I'm very excited about it. Stephanie gets in. She's accepted the role of CEO of Downtown Digital LLC. We've got big plans for that company, guys. We've got big plans for it. But remember, over the course of the next couple of days, as we get these calls together, we're going to talk about the price and the market. We're going to talk about our mining progress. We're going to talk about the layer two and utility. We're going to talk about our new pitch tomorrow. So we got those three things to still talk about. So this was our comp plan updates, fixing the failures of our comp plan to make sure that we're driving the specific behavior that we need for this project to reach its goals. That's what we're doing. I believe that we're doing that through the promotion that we put together. I think that that promotion also helps us with our market. And when we have both of those things firing on all cylinders, watch how fast this thing turns back around. Okay. So let's go through Q&A. Like I said, I'm gonna breeze through them here. I'm not reading every question. I'll read through it. If I think it's valuable for our discussion tonight, I'll answer it. If I don't, please don't be offended. It's probably still a good question, and we'll get to it some other time. But I want to stay focused tonight on comp plan related stuff. Honey, and the fairs and festivals. Yeah, good call. Receive mining machine. Never assistance for mining machines. We got a new department coming together for that soon. How do we buy TexitCoin if we eliminate the banks with cash? And no, we're not talking about eliminating the banks. Like I said before, banks serve purposes. They provide loans. I don't like borrowing money from people that don't actually own the money. You call that like a hard money lender. Banks get their money from the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve prints it up out of thin air. And I don't like that. But I do like the idea that banks have been around for hundreds of years and they keep money safe. If you want to go drop off your money at the bank, it's FDIC insured. You got a pretty high level of confidence that if somebody steals your debit card, you're getting that money back. It's convenient. But I don't like them involved in money creation. I don't like them involved in currency. I did like them involved in currency until crypto came along. It was either gold and silver or it was digital money through the banks. Bobby, you got a myriad of boost. Can we have a conversation? Lenice, I have a bunch of people now that might be better to talk to. Anytime somebody gets my phone number now, first of all, I'm like, how'd you get my number? They say, well, I have something to talk to you about. I say, are you sure you want to talk to me about this? Me specifically. I'm the only guy in the whole organization that you can talk to. Think before you answer. Not that I don't have time and I don't value people's ideas. But you got to remember, we got a lot of stuff coming at us. I'm working on a lot of stuff. And so there's probably a better person in our organization that's able to kind of work with your idea and get it filtered through the right channels. What happened to the commission for the week before the announcement about the new comp plan? Wiped for those who do not qualify for the new plan. I'm not sure which week you're talking about there, anonymous attendee. But commissions should all be paid up. But yeah, I think that on week 91, we did suspend or deny some commissions, and we're going to continue to deny those commissions as well. I can help with that, Bobby. Help with our entire community. Not sure what you're talking about. Becky says people were sold on come in and you don't have to invite anyone. I'm glad this is changing. No, 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 no. It's still the same, Becky. You don't have to invite anyone. If somebody comes on board and they just want to be a miner, they put on the blindfold, they hit the snooze button, it's all good. We need those guys. We need people to come in and go, there's my money, build the mine, do your work. Let's see how this works out. So they don't have to do it. But if they want to do it, what we're doing is we're saying, you got 3 months. You bring on a couple of people right now. You can take your rewards up through the end of your commission potential and the end of your 3 month eligibility period. If you want to keep going after that, you got to keep working after that. That's the big change. Is Mine TXC going to look like Texit Ventures? No, we're going to have Mine TXC much more focused on the charts and data, and we're going to leave more of the fluff for the miners to work through on their websites. When you give our link to someone, we'll go to the new video Jim made. No, when you give if you get a site from Jim and you switch your link to go to that, then yes, but that's not how it works today. So yeah, if you give your link out, it's still going to land on the mindtxc.com page. Can we get the car app reimbursement sent out? They were sent out last week, Andrea. Hopefully you got yours. When can we buy gold, silver, wallets, blockchain mint? Guys, I just hired another guy yesterday for the website. Really, really, really important stuff because we got all those new coins coming as well. I think we're a couple days away from that, and we might also get them on Amazon right away. Would spending ad funds on hiring some social media influencers be better on getting new miners versus spending on billboards? Will spending ads on hiring? Um, Look, we have a no social media influencer policy right now that will change as the seats continue to fill. But remember, we're in this sleep, creep, leap phase. If you're a gardener out there, that'll make a little bit more sense. But we don't want to leap before we have the foundation set up because that's when you get a pump and a dump. I look at the high of 7 that we hit back in September and where we are right now at $1, and I go, oh, great, it's still cheap. People can still get in early. Um, the the project isn't dead. People make these websites saying TexitCoin collapse, website down, socials closed. No, 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 no. What are you talking about? Guys, we've got resources out the wazoo here for us to continue successfully. So we're not bringing on social media influencers right now. We have got plenty of money for more advertising later. But remember, if we're trying to reach out to the crypto bros, it's a tough market to go after, especially with the state of affairs that we have right now. The mining's not built yet. We're not taking in enough Litecoin blocks to really kind of say, see, told you so. Stace says she feels good about it all. However, I'm still not 100% if we retain our original comp plan if we temporarily go active. 100%. I thought you said Tuesday we do keep it, but it got mixed feedback. No, same comp plan. And I'm not asking to get paid without doing the work. Just if we go inactive, no, you're not demoted. Not demoted. And you remember, you never lose your mining rewards. Still as excited as when I started in July. No brainer. It's like starting all over again. Yeah. Look, like I said, we're not really changing much. We're just cleaning up a little bit to maintain positive cash flow and to maintain a little bit of a sense of urgency. If everybody thinks that they can coast and somebody else is going to do it, it doesn't happen. So we got to drive that behavior through good incentive, and that was missing. But a lot of other stuff was missing too. How do we get downtown dollars in Hawaii? You make downtown dollars in Hawaii. Guys, let's talk real quick about the downtown dollars. I worked for a very long time on community currencies, very long time. And it was successful, but it was work. I was trying to get people to barter with silver, copper, and gold. You know how hard it is to get people to spend silver? Silver's for saving. Dollars are for spending, silvers are for saving. Even when I gave him a 100% incentive, this $20 piece of silver spends for $50 in the marketplace. That's 150%. I don't know. It's a big incentive. Even with a big incentive, 200%? I don't know. I don't know. It's Sunday. We're not doing math. Even with the big incentive, I couldn't get people to reliably spend their silver coins, right? So it worked. We got it. It worked. Now, here's the thing with downtown digital. We're talking about a currency that has a high likelihood of staying inside of the community, but also a 90% convertibility back to dollars. So when people got that silver coin, they're like, what do I do with it? Well, if you cash it out, you're going to lose like 60%. Now, if they cash out, they only lose 10%. So there's a negative incentive there that keeps the money inside of the community, creates a higher likelihood that that money stays. That's the model that we've come up with. Communities can do it any way they want, but if they want to do it the downtown digital dollars way, that's the way it works. Consumers get a 5% benefit on the way in. Merchants get a 10% negative incentive on the way out. But it opens it up so that anybody can do it. So what we do is we say, hey, Mr. Local Merchant, would you consider giving a 10% discount to locals? Sure, of course. We give discounts to fire, police, EMT. We give discounts for that, this, and the other thing. We're not asking for anything more than that. And we're telling you that if you keep the money local, you're not giving a discount at all. So it's a very simple, very adoptable model. Once we get it dialed in, and the soft launch kicks off tomorrow, but once we get it dialed in, we'll give you the brochures, we'll give you the slideshow, we'll give you the information sheets, the frequently asked questions, the website, so that you can launch your Hawaii digital dollars right away. And it's that easy because it's got 100% convertibility. You lose 10% if you leave. If you want to call that a 90% convertibility, 100% with a negative incentive, whatever you want, we'll figure that out as we work through the soft launch. But you get your downtown digital dollars going in Hawaii. We're going to make the model so that you can do it. Jim says, once you enroll 3 miners, you qualify for the 1-2 free bonus. If you did this within the first 30 days, you get 2 free seats in the mine. If outside of 30 days from the last time that they did it, they get one free seat. You need to get a 1-2 free bonus in order to qualify for the rapid rewards. Very well said. Thank you for simplifying it. Can you please clarify what happens to points on a miner when they go inactive? Two out left, two right, they're going to stay there. They're going to stay there until they become active. If they created those points will always stay. They won't flush. If they didn't create those points will flush. Jim says, Rapid Rewards program will be seen at TexitVentures.com. That's right. Bobby, I can help with tools, resources. It's Lenise again. Lenise, thank you very much. Connect with some people at my office, maybe Robbie Reynolds, and let's see how you can help. Does the 90-day period change weekly or every 90 days? It is a rolling 13-week period. So again, what'll happen is it's time to run commissions. The commission engine goes, who's eligible? And it'll look to see who's got three and making sure that those three happened within the last 90 days. That's February and onward. Okay. For instance, if I sponsor three people in October on the 11th, 25th, 27th, you're good to go. No, you're good to go until the end of January. I'm not sure about the dates. Double check the dates on that one. But again, the commission engine will look to see if you've got those three inside the last 13 weeks, and it'll do that at the last commission period in January, which runs on Saturday the 31st. So by Saturday the 31st, you have to have three people in November, December, and January. So no, your October version would not satisfy that. Will you be charging a monthly fee for the Texit Ventures website? Jeff, I think the answer to that question is yes, but I think it's $1. And Jim, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that that's the minimum fee. I think you have to have a fee, and you can make it $1 as the minimum. There is also another fee in there if you want to use like the text messaging service and this and some of the CRM features, because they come from third-party providers. That's not through us. We're not charging a fee, but the site that runs that, which I think is Go High Level, I think that they charge for the account, which we've set to $1, and then some of the features in there may need to be paid for. I'm not sure. I've never done it. Stephanie says, and we need these enrollments for each center in our builder accounts. Yes. Another great point to clarify, Stephanie. Thanks for bringing that up. Right now, if you bought a builder plan and you got three tracking centers, we linked those three tracking centers together. That meant you could get all of your sponsorships here, your commission potential here, and share it across those three centers. But what that did was now you're building this team and you're building this team. And so what we did is we said, okay, that's good for now. Come the end of January, on that January 31st date, we're going to chop apart all those three tracking centers, and each one of them needs to stand on its own 2 feet, which means each one of them needs commission potential, sufficient commission potential, and each one of them needs three sponsorships inside of the last 30 days. Now, if we need to move some of your sponsorships around, to change them so that they match up with the second and third tracking centers, we can. We're going to do a lot of shifting around in the next 30 days because we're changing things a little bit, and we know that that's frustrating. So we'll have to take that. So do remember that every one of your tracking centers, to get paid out through rapid rewards, we're just talking rapid rewards here, needs to have commission potential and needs to have three within the last 90 days by the end of January. Swappy, your 25-minute call on the other day of what Texas absolutely gold, but a little long to present to person's attention spans abilities. Yeah, we got new videos coming soon. Anyway, you can do a new version of what TexitCoin project is and why it would be cool for you to get involved in 5 minutes. Yes, I got it. It's coming soon. How long will it be to consolidate our builder accounts? Will we be able to do this in February? No. We are only doing shifting in the month of January. So you've got until the end of January to go through, take a pencil and a whiteboard and draw it out, figure out exactly how you want to get things set up, and we can help consolidate. How might binary comp plan work for those wanting to also be involved with DDD? Guys, I don't know yet. So it goes like this. One of the biggest challenges that we will face as we continue to climb the ranks is making sure the world knows that TexitCoin and MineTXC are not the same thing. We do not want TexitCoin to get labeled as an MLM coin. There have been plenty of MLM coins out there, and the industry doesn't like them. TexitCoin is a digital currency. It's a layer one. It's made in Texas. MineTXC is the exclusive mining partner of TexitCoin. Downtown Digital is a whole different thing. It uses the TXC blockchain that's supported by the MineTXC miners. Without getting into like another diagram here, What I want to remind you is that when we're talking to municipalities and city councils and chambers of commerce and economic development and these associations and fairs and festivals, they really don't like hearing about MLM. Well, we're not an MLM. Tell it to the judge. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to differentiate between MineTXC and TexitCoin. Then we want to differentiate further with Downtown Digital, with the other projects that are built. Look, we're involved in these. Bobby Gray seems to be wearing the hat for TexitCoin and the hat for MineTXC. Well, guess what? I'm not wearing the hat for Downtown Digital. Stephanie's wearing that. And that's an important distinction. So what she comes up with is an opportunity for some crossover or reward or compensation or incentive for you to open a door for us to a fair festival. We don't know that yet. But remember, we want to stay as arm's length on those things as we possibly can so that we don't have fairs and festivals and city councils and economic development labeling us as an MLM coin. We're trying not to even get into crypto. When we talk about Downtown Digital, we just say, yeah, it's a community currency that's built on the TXC network. What's that? That's not crypto, is it? Well, as soon as you say crypto, people go money laundering, terror financing, drug smugglers. Well, no, 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 guys. We're using crypto for good. We're just using it as a accounting system. We're using it as a wallet and as a set of tools that we all have in our pockets right now that we can keep the banks out of the currency conversation. But as soon as MLM enters that discussion, it complicates the whole thing. As soon as crypto enters that discussion, complicates the whole thing. So stay tuned for the answer to that question, Brad. I don't know what the answer will be, but I want you to think that those three things should be as independent as possible. MineTXC, TexitCoin, the layer one digital currency, Downtown Digital, the community currency that's built on the TXC network. Can we still purchase the physical Armadillo coin? Yes, soon. I think I'm going to have them in Amazon. I think that's the easiest way. Jim says Rapid Rewards is a program that gets unlocked once you bring in 3 miners within the last 90 days. Yes, thank you. This starts now. So the first bar is that you have until January 9th to get 1 new person. The next bar is rolling 90-day measurements starting January 30th, 2026. That means you only need to have 3 people personally sponsored from October 2025 to January 2026. 13 weeks rolling. You qualify for receiving Rapid Rewards bonus. This rolls every 13 weeks. But guys, remember, Rapid Rewards and the 1-2 free, totally different. You don't have to be in the Rapid Rewards program to qualify for the 1-2 free and the bonus that it has and the new bonus that it has as well. So we've got a lot of things on both sides. So please, if you're bummed out about the Rapid Rewards requirement, remember that we're doing that to drive our growth. If we make this thing easy and doable so that anyone can do it without any effort, the money's gone. So this rolls out. You need a person. Okay, cool thing is that sponsoring 3 new miners also gets you the 1-2 free bonus, which is 1 or 2 free seats in the mine based on the timing. And it also gets you the TXE bonus as well. Thanks for clarifying that, Jim. Maureen is back to saying, also, can we purchase it with PayPal or Venmo also or USDT? Look, I'm going to try to get them in Amazon. We've already got an Amazon account. It's the easiest way to start rolling this stuff out. How does this interplay with the points left and right rolling up? Are the points that cause the compensation even if you didn't personally bring it in a miner? Yeah, as long as you have sufficient commission potential. Myrtle Beach is in fact in the house. Yes, looking better, including the better looking, smarter one. I think you guys are both pretty smart. If I have 4,000 in commission potential and I didn't get anybody sign up in the last 91 days, do I lose my commission potential? No. But that is something that may change down the road. That commission potential expires. We haven't dealt with that yet. We don't want to. Look, we think that we can finish this thing by February. All we have to do is triple twice. We triple twice and it's over. If we have to go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb and build out all the rules and requirements for this thing to run for the next 50 years, then yeah, we're going to have to mess with more stuff. But we're not here for the next 50 years. We're here to fill the 1,000,000 seats. We're 22% of the way done. If we triple twice, we're done. Michael, what's up, Michael? Could I receive some literature for Downtown Digital dollars? I'd like to promote those to a city once we're done. Okay, so here's the timeline for Downtown Digital. Soft launch tomorrow. Okay, the other end is that we need to have this thing fully going by June. June is the Texas Music Revolution Festival. The city shuts down, 40, 50,000 people. If we have any say in the matter, we'll have twice as many there this year. Downtown Digital will be an accepted payment method at that event, which means we've got 5 months to bring every vendor in downtown McKinney up to speed, invite them to join us, give them the incentive, give them the information, identify their objections, overcome those, get it working, get it going, get it perfected. We're going to cover that on one of these calls. But we've got 5 months to pull that off. Sometime inside of those 5 months, we'll have a model that we can ask you to replicate for us. We'll have promotional literature very soon, Mr. Michael, and thank you for joining us. Jim says, if you don't enroll, oh, he's answering the question, within a 13 week, you simply don't qualify for Rapid Rewards. Once you do qualify, you're back to good. Sonia, when can we buy TexitCoins on the open market? You can buy TXC on the open market right now. It's not easy, and we're going to simplify that as well with our upcoming new website. Can you please put this additional TXC bonuses in writing? Yes. And add it to the Rapid Rewards update on help? Yes. I will do that tomorrow. Jim, you're doing great with the explanations, but you're writing chapters every time. I got to skip over it. Can you please repeat the January promo points and related TXC bonus amounts? Yes. 3 to 6 points, $200 of TXC. 7 to 11, $500 of TXC. 12 to 20, $1,500 paid in TXC. 21 plus points, $4,000. So remember, it's kind of a progressive bonus that gets bigger as those points get higher. And it'll be on the website, Trisha, tomorrow, help.mindtxc.com, so that you can read all about it right there. Guillermo, what about if someone have one sign-up, can you get another two and get the $200 in the promotion? Yes, if you get two, starting as of this week, that promotion is there for you. Doesn't matter when you got number one. It doesn't matter when you get number two. It matters when you get the third and actually get that first 1, 2 free bonus. Remember, that's what drove a lot of the purchasing of TXE back in September. The Rapid Reward program is still based on points. Correct, Frank. That's right. Let's keep going. Andrea, thank you, Bobby. Your generosity is a blessing. But does that mean, Andrea, that you did in fact get your wrapped car reimbursement? Yes or no? Thanks, Bobby. Looking forward to layer two. I'm looking forward to layer two, man. I've been dreaming about it these last like 3 days. I was sitting there and I was like, why aren't we doing it right now? Okay, it's not polished. We know exactly what we need to do to make it seamless on the user experience. We're working on that stuff now, but we can use it right now. And we have people asking us asking about it every week at least in McKinney. You know, we got people all over McKinney. We're very well liked in McKinney. We can start using it right now. You'll see this week. I got some cool stuff to show you this week. And I'd like you to use it as well. Look, we're bringing in 35 Rangers next week. We're going to take you around. We're going to use it. We're going to be putting money into the downtown McKinney ecosystem, and we're going to track it. We're going to show you how much impact we have here. What's TexitCoin doing for your town? Well, let's find out. Do we have towns who agree to use the downtown digital dollars yet? Guys, we have about 20 like high-level city council and mayors that are asking for it. They're small towns, but that's the market that needs it the most. As soon as we have a model that we can hand off, that can work on its own without full-time administration from us, we will get probably about 20 towns across the Texas Guadalupe Valley region online. So yes. Sarah, how does this affect people with 3 pay centers? They're all going to be broken apart and have to stand on their own 2 feet by the end of the month. So watch out for that, because I know you got a lot of them. Frank, is commission potential required for all groups? Yes, everyone has commission potential now. That was another big magic money loophole. What is downtown digital dollars? Brandon, I can't answer that question for you tonight, but tune into a future call this week and you will find out all you ever wanted to know. Thank you for tonight, Bobby. Who do we speak to about consolidating? You're going to have to talk to somebody in either Ranger support or enrollment. Tonight is not the night to discuss that. You've got all month to do it, okay? We suspended commission for this past week. We're going to run it tomorrow once we have the first round of consolidations done. But remember, you got all month to figure out a great strategy and get the consolidation done if you want. You don't have to. If you've got 3 tracking centers, build them all. You just won't get free money if you're doing your placement thing. Every one of those tracking centers is going to have a requirement. Okay, are we still doing the require 3 every rolling 90 days? Yes, we are, Frank. Do you need a Ranger in Europe? I think we have. We got a lot of stuff coming for you. You'll see. Philip wants to know, will minors still get rapid rewards if they do not have any referrals? No. Rapid rewards is done if you have not sponsored three people. If someone already signed up one minor, can you get another two? Yes. Yes, that's right, Guillermo. It doesn't matter if whenever you get your 1, 2 free, if you get it in week 93 or later, you will get that bonus. I don't know if we're going to keep this bonus going after the end of January. So it's for the month of January. It's our January promotion. We'll probably start it back at the beginning of January. But remember, if you get a 1, 2 free in January, it comes with the bonus, and we will add up those points and figure out how big your bonus is. Thank you. All the points on both my side of my tree are now 0 with the new comp plan. Is that intentional? No, I think that's because the commission is frozen right now. Um, Lenice wants to be clear, but we can't talk about that tonight. Lenice, I'm trying to wrap up the call. How do we get a website like Texit Ventures? Do we need our own domain name? You probably will, but there's a training that's going to come. Mike, reach out to Jim. Jim's working on the first batch of them right now. Jim, I don't know how much capacity you have to onboard new people, but as much as Jim can handle, Jim's going to handle. So reach out to Jim and let's get you in the queue. Sonia, this all sounds good tonight. It keeps the crowdfunding in crowdfunding. Yes, it keeps the value growing. We got a cool thing, guys. It's unique. Let's not fundamentally change it. Let's keep it great. Bobby, bless you. Thank you. Thank you for cleaning up the comp plan, building the mine. Look, I told everyone from day one, squeeze this comp plan for everything you can. Some people did. We started coasting. If we didn't start coasting, I would have never seen the people out there that were squeezing a little more juice out of the lemon than I was really comfortable with. That's really the big thing. We have to have the incentive there that drives the behavior we want. We have to encourage people to consider this important mission of ours and find a way to balance that with the immediate results that they need for themselves and their families. It's all good. We're here working together as a team, guys. I encourage you to think selfishly. I just need to make the rules so that in your selfishness, you're also helping push the project forward. That's what we call a win-win. We always want a win-win. Thank you for the kind words, Jim. I really appreciate it. Mission and vision are strong. Guys, we're going to get more into that this week. This call is just about clarifying the comp plan tonight and talking about this new bonus. There's a lot more stuff coming, a lot more to talk about this week. Remember, tomorrow night, we're talking about the new sales hook that we'd like you to consider. I joined about 3 months ago. When do I get the physical coin and welcome pack? You're not getting a welcome pack in New Zealand. You should have showed up with a TXC wallet. We're not sending welcome packs to New Zealand. Robert, if you earn points but not enough for commission while active and you go inactive and you get the 9 on 9, any points you create, we will find a way to keep. Personally created points, points created from your community. You can't get paid on points from your community unless you qualify. We'll hold on to the points that you created personally, but you'll watch points pass you by. Look, it happens right now anyway. Imagine you're here and somebody's building out this side, and every week all these points are just running right by you because you're not matching it. Well, then they come along and they go, I'll match it for you, bro. Don't worry about it. You'll start getting free money. 3,000 a week, 3,000 a week, 3,000. Whoa. I need that guy to do something for him to get paid on that. So, okay, you did one thing and then you did another thing, but you never did the third one. And then somebody else starts doing it and 3,000 passes you by. So what we need to do is, as well, along with that, is have a communication system so you know what's going on. It's like, yo, bro, this week you could qualify for commission, except you haven't done the requirements yet. Go out there and find somebody that wants to join us, and you'll qualify for getting paid this week. 150% increase. Yeah, thanks, Swappy. At least you brought your calculator to the party. Lori says, if we opt into the optional website, what is that going to cost? I think it's $1 a month, Lori. If I could make it free, I would make it free. Will cash potential be removed if we go inactive? No, it stays there. It was built with the idea of you utilizing it as you helped a new miner. Will that change? No, that's not what commission potential was. Commission potential, I think, is actually the thing that really started us on this trajectory downward. Because you're like, oh, look at all the commission potential I got. Look at all the points I have. I don't have to do anything this week. And it's like, well, hold on. If you do that, then who's going to do the work? The other guys. But everyone's looking at those same numbers. So commission potential stays there. And when you go active again, you've got commission potential to get paid. Yes, it's $1 a month, clarifies Jim. Thanks, Jim. Yes, SMS and third-party features are minimal charges. Yeah, guys, look, we're not trying to turn it into an MLM. It's not an auto ship. It's a really great set of tools, beautiful tools. I paid a lot of money for those tools. I saw Jim's site. I'm like, that's a great website. Man, I should have done it that good. Should I just copy it? Oh, no, no, no. I should buy it. I should pay him for his good work. Can we reverse the negative commission potential? No. Thought a lot about this. Had a big conversation with Mitchell about it yesterday. If you have negative commission potential, it means that you've been taking hash power. And that hash power is incredibly valuable. You've probably been getting 2 for 1 on the hash power. You took the long game. You didn't take the cash. It didn't affect your commission potential. And so we are going to leave that where it is. Now, if that is a deterrent and you go, I'm not doing anything, remember that we've got a really great 1-2 free program right now. You bring on 3 9 packs, 27,000 in. Maybe we do something to, continue to give you $1,000 of cash potential as you work your way out of the negatives. I don't know. But the point is, you've got some reward for that. There's a reason that you're in the negative. It's not like you didn't get anything. Would you trade back all the hash power that you got just to go back to zero? No, you wouldn't. Maybe you would. Maybe I'd trade back commission potential for hash power. Think about it. David says, if I go inactive and have 2 miners, one for each leg, and they decide to upgrade from a single to a 5, would those points flow off for commission? No, you'd be inactive. They'd stay there and they would wait for you to come back around. What is the soft launch of digital dollars? What will be taking place for this launch? That's not a call for tonight. We're going to get into digital dollars, not tomorrow. Probably not Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. Wednesday. We're going to talk about mining progress on Tuesday. We're going to talk about the price on Thursday. We're going to talk about the new pitch tomorrow. Scheduled. Thanks. Does the 91-day rolling days begin each time a 1-2 free is completed? No. 91 days is from the current commission period. So we're on week 93 right now. We're looking back to week 80. So from week 80 onward or 81 onward, you got to have those 3 by the end of the month. Oh, wrong button. I am a signing up machine. I'm worried when I become a ranger, I will not have time to drip on my prospects and continue to be productive. Look, we're reworking everything right now. Again, looking inward. Where did we let you down? Where did we let the Rangers down? We're going out on the road. We're going to send our best people out to do presentations along with our Rangers, along with the community. Hey guys, bring your friends out. Let's have a layer 2 bonus if you bring out a certain number of friends to the event. And then let's get them in front of our best people that can tell our great story. So I wouldn't worry too much yet about the drip. Let's figure out how all this stuff works. My eye looks weird right now. My eye's really fine. Let's worry about getting these tools in place first before we start worrying about Ranger requirements. Is your birthday trip to Puerto Rico promo still on the table? It's a good question. I love to have a good time as much as the next guy does. Everything right now is tentative. I will not do anything other than work my butt off for us to get this thing back on track. That's the priority today. Maybe we have a last minute trip pop up. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we need to work first and party later. There's a time to sow and a time to reap. We've got some sowing to do. Ricardo says history is being written before our eyes, being part of now will have a long-lasting positive impact on our legacy. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. It's like I do these videos and sometimes they're goofy. You ever go back and watch the Wall Street Bets guy that was just sitting there day in, day out doing his Zoom podcasts, YouTube lives and stuff? Like that's kind of what this feels like. We're going to look back at it and be like, wow, remember all that stuff we were going through? It was so silly back then. History is being written before our eyes. Being part of it now will have a lasting positive impact on our legacy, Ricardo. It's Jackie, not anonymous. Hi, Jackie. Andrea, I have not got my car reimbursement. We'll check with Kristen. She gave me a list of a bunch. I paid out 74,000 the other day. So maybe you weren't on that list, or maybe you got hacked. Let's hope it's not the latter. Added value for McKinney festivals. We invite all the miners to come to McKinney and support the festival. Yeah, look, that's a good start. How do we contact Jim? Um, I don't know. He's in the chat groups. Jim Carey, kind of an easy name to remember. Um, you're gonna have downtown digital dollars in your town. This is the easiest thing to roll out, guys. There's not a single town out there that's going, hey, we need to find a way to make sure more money leaves this town. We need to get away for like people to like not with their vote with their wallets. Nobody says that. Every small town across America is struggling with the same thing. How do we get more money here and less of it at the big box retailers, which has a 90% chance of just going to China? That's what the whole Main Street small business thing is about. We're finding friends everywhere lining up saying, when do you launch in my town? So, yeah, it would be great for you to come here and help support McKinney, but McKinney's doing just fine. McKinney's going to do better, but McKinney is doing just fine. Let's help your town increase its economic success. Becky says she signed up 2 people in December. Do I still qualify for the bonus if I sign up another one this month? Yes, you do, Becky. That's the whole idea. It's when you get the 1-2 free. Get it in January, comes with the bonus. It was an accidental duplication. It's all good. You're welcome. Grace says, so excited. Thank you, Bobby, holding your space and success. Yeah, guys, look, we're in this together. Okay. I don't want to go sleep under like a bridge in Indonesia on the run from all the people that want to kill me because this ended up being some terrible disaster. Let's just win together. Okay. That was not my position. These, those are for the minors I enrolled. That was not my position. Those are for, I'm not sure what you mean, James. Is DDD will be another token coin? No. Well, kind of. Do you have a miner from December that has one person? They still need 2 by the end of January to be hacked? No, they have full 90 days. Full 90 days. Um, full 90 days backwards. We're looking backwards. So let's say you join in December and you get 1 in December and 1 in January. You're not active yet. You're not in rapid rewards. You still got to get that first 1-2 free. Once you get that 1-2 free, now you got to carry those through the next you have to carry it from the earliest one. I mean, the idea would be like, hey, sign up 1 a month. That's a good way to think of it. If you're signing up 1 new person every month, then you're always satisfying that 3 in the last 3 months requirement. So if you buy mine or mines, you one left 2 on right, 3 total, and do this twice to get your money back. So if you buy a mine or mines, if you do 1 on left, 2 on right, 3 total, and do this twice, do you get your money back? No. That's not how Rapid Rewards works. There was a discount code in the past to purchase cold storage coins on Blockchain Mint. Will that code continue? Yeah, once we get the mine site back online. 3 more questions. Grace says, I was told no more dinners, only corporate events funded, no reimbursement on dinner presentations. I'm good either way, just asking. Grace, we're still going to do reimbursements. The reimbursements are going to Rangers and they're going to be based on points. Right now, I think the number is about $25 per point. It means guys like Mitchell have gigantic budgets for dinners. We don't want you to do anything that you're not really going to be great at. I don't know what you're great at. You know, in the last Ranger Roundup back in November, we had people come out and do presentations. There were a lot of bad presentations. Well-meaning people, really sweet, good-hearted people that aren't great at presenting. I don't want to spend $3,000 and have you bring out 40 people to a room and give them a terrible presentation where they're yawning. Guys, I had 40 people in a room in Puerto Rico, signed up 22 of them. I'm pretty good at this. I know what to say. It comes across with conviction. Let me come out and do the presentation. Let me stretch those marketing dollars as far as they will go. Send Tim out, send Mitchell out, send Angelo out. Send one of these guys that knows how to really crush it on the presentation. But no, we're not done with reimbursements forever. Will commissions be paid this week? We should certainly hope so. Yeah, we're going to run commissions on Monday and then pay everything out on Wednesday. Guys, you got to remember, 92 weeks so far, always paid all the commissions on time. How do we see the sign updates for the people we sponsored? It should be in your sponsor tree or sponsor page. If you go into the back office, click on sponsor, it should be there. Frank wants clarification. Once a person sponsors their 3rd person, they have from that date, no, to sponsor their next 3. No, it's always the commission. Let's say we're in week 93. Do you have three inside of the last 13 weeks? Let's say we're on week 100. Do you have three since week 87? Let's say we're on week 120. Do you have three since week 107? We're always looking at that. Lardy Richardson is amazing with presentations. I would love to see it. Send me a video. Brandon, I describe being a miner as to being a unique position where we are sellers versus resellers. Sellers receive a product to be able to sell without having to purchase it. Resellers have to buy it and then sell for a higher price. That's right. If you're a miner, you're the guy that's digging the coins directly out of the ground. It's hard work. Sometimes it's a thankless job. I would like to think that you guys have been well compensated for the work that we've done so far. May have joined recently and you're still waiting to get that compensation. Let's work together to make it become a reality. Grace says, so I got 6 enrollments in November, took off in December, am I active until January 30th? If you have November 6 enrollments, then you've got, November, December, and all of January covered. You just have to get three more before the end of February or as you're going through February. Um, Look, we're going to tell you where you're at, how much time you have left. We'll email you and say, hey, heads up, you're one person was 92 days ago. We need one more sponsorship this week to continue to remain active. If we send you an email and say, look, you should get $3,000 this week, but you won't because you haven't sponsored a person, you're probably going to go out there and work to find the person. That's what we want. We're trying to use these rules to drive our growth. If someone enrolls with ACH in our link, will they get notifications so we can check their placement? Yes, I think so. Honestly, I don't know. I don't do enrollment anymore. That's it, guys. 1 hour and 56 minutes later, I think we had a very productive call tonight. Again, we're going to get together every night this week, guys. We're going to work the plan. We're going to produce the quality resources that you need to continue to be successful out there. That's how this goes. We're in it together. We've got a great project. Let's get it done. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy Sunday night. Happy 2026. I'm Bobby Gray. I'm the founder of TexitCoin and the founder of MindTXC and the founder of Downtown Digital. I'm trying to take off some of these hats and find really great people to help me take this thing all the way to the top 10. Bobby Gray, have a great night. I'll talk to you guys again soon.